Hello everybody, Dibz here, and today I have an Overwatch tutorial for you on Widowmaker's hook shot. Now, the reason why I'm making a tutorial for this is because of its versatility and how I think it's really important for any Widowmaker out there to know how to do this. As you can see, it allows you to take out your opponent from really high altitude and different angles and makes you a really hard moving target to shoot. Also, it allows you to shoot your enemy at the same time. Not only that, it allows you to escape certain areas and travel distances much more quickly than on foot. So in this video, I'm going to talk about exactly how to do it, certain situations on which you want to do it, and also how to practice it. So let's just get to the video. So first, I want to go to play, and once you go to play, you want to go to custom game. And when you go to custom game, you want to choose whatever map you want. So you go to settings and choose any of these maps. Now the first thing you want to go down to is to gameplay options, and you push on for skirmish only. I'll explain how to do this. I'll explain why I'm doing this later. And after that, you go to ability cooldown modifier, you change that to 0. Okay, so this makes your cooldowns instant pretty much. So you can pretty much practice your hook shots as much as you want in this practice mode, which is why I did it. And whatever map you want to choose, you can choose, let's say, list order or single map. And let's just try King's Row first. All right, so now we're on King's Row and you go to start. So now you can do whatever you want. You can pretty much use shift, and as you can see on the bottom right, my cooldown is pretty much always on. I can use it as many times as I want, and I can just practice. So let's just go to a spot where it is able to be used. So the first thing I want to explain how to do it is pretty much you want to depend or see how much lag you have. If you have really low ping, this is a lot easier for you to do because pretty much the rule is that once you get to the very top of the hook, that's when you want to push space. When you push space, what this does is it lets go of your hook. And once you get to the very top and you push space and you let go, it basically launches you in the air. So let's look at this. Once you get to the very top, you push space and it just launches you in the air, right? And I hit the ceiling there actually because it was too high. But what happens if I don't push space? It won't launch me very high, right? So if you push space at the very end, it will launch you in whatever direction you are traveling. But if you have ping, pretty much, what you want to do is you want to time it so that your ping will tell the computer the message a little bit earlier than you normally would do. Because if you have too much lag, and let's say you push it at the very top, the computer or the server doesn't get your command, and then it will pretty much push space too late. So you want to, the more lag you have pretty much, you want to push space a little bit earlier, okay? So that's pretty much how you want to do it. You want to practice it, see how much lag you have, and you can adjust to it, and you can do this off of any corner pretty much. You can do it off of these ledges, right? You can just push space, and off of this thing too, push space, and you fly, right? Also, I want to go over exactly why it's important to practice this because when you use your hook, it really depends on the angle that you're using your hook from as to how it's going to launch you. So as you can see, this is a very high angle that I'm looking at and I'm going to hook off of. Once I get to the top and I push space, it basically launches you at the same angle that you were moving at. So let's say I was moving at this angle here, I will shoot straight up and I'll go past this ledge looking straight this way, right? So whichever way you were looking, that is where your body will go. So let's say I'm hooking around this area and I'm far like this. This angle is pretty low, it's not a high angle. So I'm not going to get a very big altitude when I let go. So this is what it's going to look like, right? I'm going to just go straight forward and it's going to launch me a little bit forward rather than straight up. So this is why you want to make sure you know exactly where your hook is going to go, and basically that tells you and it helps you expect what kind of trajectory you're going to have when you use your hook, right? And that's very important because you want to know exactly where you're going to end up. Like if I go like this, I'm not going to end up straight in the air and have all the air time, right? If I do this straight forward to this head from here, I'm not going to have air time straight up and down, but I'm going to have air time straight front and back. And if I do that, then I'm going to have to aim left and right a lot more. So this is what it's going to look like, right? So I have a lot more air time left and right. It's less stable and it makes it harder for you to aim. But if you go straight up like this, right? All you have to do is worry about up and down. All right, so when are its uses really good? Okay, so let's say you are on offense and you know there is a Widowmaker right there waiting for you to spawn or to come out and show your head. What you can do is you can hook up to this and you can surprise the Widowmaker pretty much by coming at a different angle while making you an harder target to hit. So you can go like this, you can push, since I'm really close, you're gonna have to push space really quickly. So you push your hook and your space like that, and you can fly it like that, right? It takes a lot of practice because you're really close, right? And you fly up there and you can pretty much get that really good shot. You can do it one more time, and you can boom like that, right? So it's very useful in these situations if you know the Widowmaker is keeping an eye on you and know exactly like where you're gonna be shooting from, and you want to make yourself a harder shot to hit. So it really depends on where the other Widowmaker is or what you're going against as to when you're gonna be using this, right? So not only can you do it from there, let's say you have a Widowmaker up in there in this spot here, you can do it on this head here. You push space and you can aim right here and do that, right? Of course there's gonna be other enemies around too, but that will get rid of the enemy Widowmaker and you can push forward after that. So I can't exactly say where the best spot to use this is, but it's to your own judgment pretty much. If you can find an area or a place or a situation which is going to be good for you, then it can help you. There's never a situation which you always want to do it, you know what I mean? So, but it does help if you have your ultimate up like this. If you use your ultimate, you can actually see through the walls, right? If you can see through the walls, you can use your hook and you can line up and expect to see where the Widowmaker is, and that allows you to set up a shot. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to knowing when to do it. You pretty much just want to know where their defenses are and whether or not it will actually help you. Like if you, let's say you want to travel faster, you can also have your, your angle a little bit shorter. If it's too high of an angle, right, like this, you're not going to go very far, right? Because you want to go straight forward and back. So that's why when you want to travel farther, you can use your hook and go at a lower angle. So to reinforce the fact that I said that you can do this pretty much anywhere and use this for anything, let's say that there's an enemy here and they're all on the other side and they're shooting this area and you can't snipe, but you want to snipe from here, right? What you can do is you can actually snipe from here and you can hook up onto this wand and launch yourself straight up into the air. It will make you a hard target to hit because you're moving up and down and nobody will expect you to do this because it's mad. So what you do is you push shift, and right when you hear your hook click onto the edge, you push space. So it'll look like this, right? And you can fly up and you can get a shot. So it's pretty simple, just, right? And you can charge up and get a shot. And if you do it correctly, it will look more like this. Yeah, you fly a lot higher and you get a lot more airtime and you can do it. Nobody will, realize that you're going to be doing this, and you can go really high even though you're just like this short of a distance, right? So just stand here, push space, and 1, 2, 3, and yeah. But also I forgot to mention, right when you start launching is when you want to hold your scope down. Because see what happens if you hold it too late. Your scope is not going to be charged up enough, right? And then you're going to have to shoot and you're not going to get a really big full charge. So that's what you want to do. You want to hook. Once you start launching, you right click as soon as possible. So you charge up those 3 charges and you can let go of your charge after that. That's probably the best way for you to do it. So other than sniping and killing people, it's also really good for escaping as well. Because of the horizontal velocity that you get, let's say there's somebody who's shooting me here and I'm getting shot at and he comes up really close. I can use this shift ability and push space and fly away like that, right? But what would happen if I didn't push space? What would happen is I'll just get stuck up on here and then they would still have vision over me and that would be an easier target to shoot. So there are two specific things to use this for, is attacking and also escaping. That's pretty much the same technique or the same way to do it. You use the space at the very end and it will launch you a certain distance based on your trajectory or your angle that you go for. It all really comes down to just practice and experimenting on specific locations on when you find this useful. You can use this anywhere, like I said. You can use it from here too. You can hook up onto this wall, push space at the, you can push space at the very end when you hit the wall and you can snipe out the snipers like that. So also, it helps when you push space and you look in another direction, that'll push you in that direction as well. So if you do this and you push space and you look forward towards the wall, you'll be looking towards the wall, right? So you want to go like this and look left a little bit and you'll fly left, right? So you can actually control a little bit on where you're going to be moving. So you can do it on anywhere, honestly. You can do it on this post, right? And you can see the point. This is why it's so fun to play Widowmaker. She's so versatile, you can do it wherever you want. Just push space, make sure your ping is good, and you can snipe anywhere you want. Okay. So yeah, just practice. Figure out where your other Widowmaker is. That's honestly what you have to do. Just figure out where she is and see what you can use your environment towards your advantage. So yeah, anyway, I hope this tutorial helped you guys out there who want to play Widowmaker. This will give you a really big advantage to those who don't really know how to do this. It helps you counter other Widowmakers really well and take control points pretty easily if you come from an unexpected angle. So yeah, if you like this video or if it helped you at all, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll just catch you guys in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.